What is up, guys? Triple H Guy 2004. Just back here with a quick video. I was thinking about on my way to work about the two Jim Ross shows that I went to in Dallas, and what my thoughts on those shows were. I never did put up a review of this, so that's why I was thinking about it. I was wanting to listen to those two shows, and then I was reminiscing, going back in my head, the memories that I have from those two shows. First show was Saturday afternoon. And I know I put up a video saying earlier during the build-up to the weekend WrestleMania trips that I was going to meet Jim Ross, and I intended to. But something happened where my credit card, when they went to bill my credit card, they sent me an email. I didn't receive said email that I remember. I was supposed to click on something, and for some reason my ticket got downgraded to just a regular, general admission ticket to go see the show and not meet Jim Ross. And I didn't know that till I showed up to the venue at the House of Blues that Saturday afternoon, which sucked. And then, so they told me when I arrived that this ticket wasn't for Saturdays, it was for Monday night show. So I'll get back to that later. So I went to the Saturday show, didn't meet Jim Ross. And the special guest was Karen Jarrett and Jeff Jarrett, Double J, Jeff Jarrett. Now, this show would have been great if it was just Jim Ross and Double J, because I like Double J. I mean, might not like the heel characters that he's played in the past. I did like the Slapnuts character that he portrayed in WCW. I did like some of the stuff that he did in WWF with Owen Hart and so on. I really did enjoy his career, and mildly enjoyed the country singer gimmick of Jeff Jarrett, but it was a good show. That what Double J talked about, he was very good in it. The only problem that I had was Karen Jarrett just, sitting there being Karen Jarrett, and I don't mind Karen Jarrett on TV, but I was there to see a wrestling person. A wrestling personality talk with another wrestling personality. And I know Karen Jarrett's technically a wrestling personality, but yeah, she was just in there being the bitch that she normally is, and she was talking about Kurt Angle, and she was making her little snide little bitchy comments about Kurt, and I just didn't appreciate that. I know that's your ex and all, and you got bad things that happened with you guys, but you don't need to bring that out onto the show. And that show wasn't about Karen Jarrett and Kurt Angle. It wasn't a shoot promo. It wasn't what it was meant to be. And that's what she turned it into. And I just didn't enjoy that part of it. But the Double J part I did enjoy. And I got to meet Jeff Jarrett afterwards. I paid like $10. I got my picture taken with Karen. I ended up getting it, because that's what they were doing. They were doing the couple thing. Which was fine by me. At that point, it didn't matter. Just during the show, she kind of annoyed me. She was very nice afterwards. She was very in character on the stage, and I just didn't enjoy that as much. So went to the show. Like I said, very good show. Very good stories. I would listen to it again, probably. Didn't go to the Saturday night show, went to the Hall of Fame, didn't go to the one that the Hardy Boys and I think Rob Van Dam showed up. A couple other people might have showed up, like 4 or 5 people showed up. I can't remember exactly who showed up. I know it was Jeff Hardy and Rob Van Dam. Didn't go to that one, but I did go to the Monday Night Raw one after, like I said, after Monday Night Raw, Jim Ross show. Also at the House of Blues. This one was with special guest James E. Cornette, a controversial character in the world of professional wrestling. He says controversial things. I love his podcast, so this was great. Just to see Jim Ross and Jim Cornette on the same stage was amazing. So back to the show was amazing. Jim talked about his old days in Dallas, and that was basically the gist of what happened in Dallas and old days. They talked about the old days a lot. Yeah, that was good. But like I said, I was supposed to meet Jim Ross, and then they told me when I went to go meet Jim Ross, he didn't get the VIPs till after the show was over, and they told me I could have waited around and hopefully gotten to meet Jim, and he might have been gracious enough to do it, but I would have had to wait around till 1 o'clock in the morning or whatnot. It was 11:30, 11, almost midnight before the show ended. So I didn't want to wait around till the end of the show, or the end of the VIP session, just on the sure chance that Jim would be nice and meet me. So I didn't end up meeting Jim Ross that weekend. I plan to someday. Greatest wrestling announcer of all time. Good God Almighty. He's broken in half, As God is my witness, that man is broken in half. He's gonna be whipped like a government mule. Okay, anywho. So I met, so after the show, I decided to go downstairs, and Jim announced during the show, at the end of the show, that he'd be at the gimmick table, and he joked around that he'd be signing everything but a check. And he wasn't charging, so that was cool. So I met Jim Cornette for free. The price of my ticket, which was I think it got downgraded, so I ended up paying $50 for both shows. So yeah, I didn't get to meet Jim Ross. That was a little disappointing, but I had a great time overall. I would definitely do the 2 shows. I definitely do a show again. If I go to Orlando, I'm definitely going to check it out. I need to make that decision within, at least for this show purposes, I need to make a decision because the tickets go on sale for the Orlando shows the day after SummerSlam. So, yeah, got to make that decision pretty quickly here. If it comes around to your area, definitely go check it out if you're a Jim Ross fan. A lot of good old stories and a lot of good times. Yeah, so this is my Jim Ross show, WrestleMania show review. If you'd like to know anything more, just message me and send me a message on here. Triple H Guy 2004. Peace.